Okay, I'm downloading the presentation. In a few seconds, I should be ready to provide you with an overview of this project. Okay. Yes, I suppose you can see my screen. Jessica,
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So,
Yes.
This project, let me say, let me go back for a second, is the I4, that I stands for Immersive, Intuitive, Interactive, and Interoperable. So I4, D3, Developing, Delivering Dangerous, A2, Areas and Activities. The project has been developed by universities, currently developed by University of Genoa as leader, together with other partners in Italy, University of Cagliari, and we are also present at the University of Calabria. This project is funded by the Italian National Institute for Safety and Security at Work, and the idea is to use extended reality to develop innovative solution in terms of digital twin, virtual environment, mixed reality environment for safety and security in the marine port area. I can see that this presentation is going ahead by itself. So let me close the presentation mode, and I will go step by step. Otherwise, I have no time to, to present you. Let me go back to share again the screen. Sorry. Okay. Just give me a second. I'm sharing perhaps the wrong screen, as I have two screens. Okay. Okay, now perhaps I'm able to share correctly my screen. Go back here and here. Okay, good. As I was saying, this project is funded by the Italian National Institute for Safety and Security at Work, and the idea is to put together in a new framework extended reality tool that can also combine the benefits of serious game to train people to face safety and security issue within the maritime domain, the port domain. So the project actually started a few months ago. So we are still at the beginning of this project, and what we have done along the last months was in some way to start to design the solution, to establish requirements for this solution. We had several meetings with the institute, the National Institute for Safety and Security at Work, that is called INAIL in Italy. So we had different meetings with INAIL, as well as with stakeholders working mainly in the port of Genoa in Italy, as well as in the port of Gioia Tauro, that is located in our region in south part of Italy. The idea was to conduct some survey to better understand how some technologies that are related to extended reality, could be actually augmented reality, mixed reality, or virtual reality, can be effectively used within their environment, and as I was saying, a serious game to train people. So the project itself is actually developed not only between the partners that I was mentioning before, so University of Genoa, University of Calabria, and University of Cagliari, but we are actually using even some collaboration with partners belonging to the simulation team. This is also to tell you who we are in some way. Simulation team is a network of private and public institutions where there are department, research lab, or people working in the area of modeling and simulation. And as you can see, we are able to cover more or less the 5 continents, with center located not only in Italy and in Europe, but even in North America, as well as in South America and Australia as well. The project is currently led by the group of simulation team at the University of Genoa, that is, as you know, is led by Professor Bruzzone, and is, let me say that in this group there is a very huge experience in the area of modeling and simulation and developing projects with major Italian and international stakeholders. Even currently the university lab that is located at the University of Calabria, my lab, where I am responsible for all the simulation activities, was in some way, let me say, a spin-off from the University of Genoa laboratory. I was myself doing my PhD, part of my PhD at the University of Genoa. Let's try to give some additional information. The idea of developing this serious game as part of this project is also based on the concept of digital twin. You know that this concept was firstly presented in 2010 by NASA, actually, so it was firstly introduced in United States with the aim of recreating a digital twin of a flying vehicle by using as much as possible real-time information. So the idea was to feed this digital twin by using real-time data. So to have exactly the digital mirror, the digital replica of the real asset. Obviously, after 2010, this concept was extended in some way to other domains, and first of all, it was extended in Germany in the area of manufacturing and industry, and then after that, after 2014, it is now currently used worldwide in many domains, not only defense or aerospace or industry, but even in the field of healthcare. Currently, we are starting to talk about digital twin, and this is also due to the fact that we are able to access, thanks to Internet of Things, cyber physical system, we are able to access data from the objects that are part of our real life and our environment. And so, in some way, the idea is: can we put a digital twin as part of a virtual reality environment? And that's for sure, because you know that virtual reality environment are able to recreate real environment, but in this case we need to feed this virtual environment by using real data, or as part of augmented reality application, and we can use this application to train people working in marine port environment. Actually, as you can see from this picture over here, we have already developed some demonstration, even in other research projects, where virtual reality has been successfully used for within maritime environment. As you can see, for instance, in this picture over here, you can see a virtual reality environment that is projected on a mobile phone, and this mobile phone can be attached to an head-mounted display, and therefore you can see what happens within the marine port by using just your own mobile and this kind of head-mounted device that is easily, you can easily find on the market. The price is also very, is not expensive. We are talking more or less of $30–40. These are some additional example of solution that we have already developed and that we are considering as part of this new project. Again, we are at the beginning of the project, so what we have done so far was to investigate requirements and even to investigate solutions that we have already developed to understand how we can better reuse, readapt, and and improve this solution as part of this project. So, for instance, this is the Spider solution developed at the University of Genoa, where you have an interoperable cave environment that it's quite large. It's 2 meters per 2 meters per 2.6 meter, and it is equipped with interactive and touch technologies. So you are in a cave where you can see the virtual environment. The wall of the cave are equipped with touch technologies, so you can touch the virtual environment and you can get information, you can interact with the virtual environment and so on. So here you can see there are actually a number of other solutions that has been developed, such as I was mentioning before, digital twin that has been used for instance in the field of defense for security related, for instance, to port traffic. Actually, let me say that regarding the port traffic, this research activity, this specific research activities has been carried out along the last 15 years. Actually, this activity was started early in 2005, even in cooperation with some university in North America, like Rutgers University, where we have developed a simulation model with the aim of understanding how we can increase the number of containers being inspected, to find some threats or other security issue. Actually, there are a number of this solution, and let me also say that currently some of these challenges are also faced within the Strategos program that University of Genoa has activated as part of the master program in engineering. So some of these, let's say, solutions as well as technologies are being used as part of this new master degree program that has been developed at the University of Genoa, because we feel it's important even to to educate and to train new students to use these technologies in a strategic way and to solve this issue. These are some strongholds of the project. The serious game that we are going to develop will be in some way intuitive. The idea is to do something simple that operators are able to understand and use in a very friendly way and in a very easy way. Should be interactive, should include obviously some stochastic aspect, because when you are going to recreate a scenario for training, it is important to recreate a realistic scenario. So it is important to to include stochastic variables that give the possibility, you know, to create every time new scenarios as far as possible, close to the real, to what happens usually in the real environment. And we know that what happens in the real environment is usually stochastic, as well as interactive and interoperable. There is a lot that we can say about this. I was just giving you a flavor, let me say, some basic information about what is this project and what we are trying to do. I just ask you if you have some additional, let me say, if you would like to share some comments, or if you have questions. Obviously, again, we are still at the beginning of the project, so the idea of this session was also, you know, to see if there are people that are interested in joining us in terms of research collaboration and research activities. For sure, there is a lot in terms of what we have already done in the past that can be used in some way, can be improved and could be part, according obviously to the goal of this project and according to the budget available for this project and to the time available in this project, that we can do. And we are discussing again with the marine port actors as well as with the INAIL, the INAIL Institute, to understand the direction that we should give to this project. So this was just again a preliminary overview. Our roadmap obviously is, as soon as we finish the requirements analysis and we have a better idea of what we are going to do, we will develop the architecture of this serious game, and the architecture will be the base to develop the conceptual models that will be will be implemented as part of the final demonstrator of this serious game. So let me say, just to summarize, that the project is very promising, obviously, above all in terms of opportunity and connection with end user and operators in different Italian region at least, but I would say could be an opportunity again to establish even research collaboration with other people working in this area, and that was one of the major reasons to hold this session and to give you again just a preliminary overview of what we are doing. Obviously, feel free to contact us and to let us know if you are willing to do something together. And this is very short overview of this project. If you have questions, I would be very glad to answer. Yes, John, please.
Okay, I just wanted to show you my San Diego Zoo mask. California. Just thought I'd let you see that. Okay, now I'm going to take it off. But we do have a sense of humor here in San Diego. I'll contact you, Francesco. I mean, I've always been interested in VR and AR, and you know that, and computer graphics. I tend to be an open source type person, so that means Unreal versus Unity 3D.
Yeah.
You know, because Unreal is more open source and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I'm always interested in human factors and simulation. So you know, I'll just give you an email. You were already going to contact me via email, so we'll just add more meat to the email. That's all.
Yeah, just to give you some information, I was thinking you were pretty active in the discussion in the previous sessions today and even yesterday on Tuesday and Wednesday. So what I was thinking about the HSS, but even about the other IEEE conferences, is to create a kind of, let me say, discussant committee. Okay, so the role of the discussant within a session should be the one that you are doing, that you did perfectly today. For each presentation, you did a question to activate the discussion. So my idea is, are we able to create a kind of committee, including people like you that will, start the discussion? For each people, we can give him one paper or two papers or three papers just to animate the discussion, but this needs a bit of work before the conference. So I would like to create this committee of discussants to create a chair for this new committee and to work with this committee to create more networking opportunities, because during the conference I feel it's important to listen to the presentation, but it's important to talk. Because when you talk, when you make questions, then you start to understand that you can interact, you can do new research projects, and so on. So what you were doing today, I feel it's really the most important part of the session. We should reduce the presentation. Okay, 10 minutes, it's okay, 8 minutes, and then we should talk each other. So the idea is to create this kind of committee, and I would like to involve you because I have seen that you are really very active, even during the night, let me say. So I will send you some additional information by email, and then if you like, we can, discuss a bit about this.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I did when they were doing that McLeod thing, we were reminiscing, me and Agostino, because I used to be an HLA programmer 20 years ago and stuff like that. So I know a little bit of that. But I was talking to him about getting Eurographics, the European Computer Graphics Organization, involved, for visualization and simulation. So I'll also try and get a little bit involved with that.
Yeah. That's very good. So let's keep in touch. Let's start after the conference. Let's start to discuss a bit more by email, and then we can have some dedicated teleconference together to see what we can do together. Okay.
Okay, and just remember that my reward will be one of those a different color simulation team bottle opener. Okay.
Okay.
It'll be blue.
Blue.
I got the yellow one. That was while I was posting. So, I need a blue one. You got to
Actually,
buy me with convention swag, simulation team bottle opener swag.
at home I have the white, the blue, the red, and the yellow. I have 4 of them.
Okay.
But you know what? I was used to stall this to Agostino. So every time I visit University of Genoa, I try to pick one more gadget, and Agostino is always looking at me because he's scared that I took one more gadget, and so on. So.
Well, I mean, here's my Doctor Who convention badges.
Wow.
So, there's that. So that's, so I'm a BBC fanatic and things like that. One curiosity, the students are back on campus at San Diego State University. And I was wondering how things were going with Genoa and Calabria and the other Italian universities.
Well, we are going to be back on campus. Students are back on campus at the end of September, in presence, most of them. Currently, at least at the University of Calabria, we have developed some ICT solution to track students within the classroom, as well as to build the chain of contacts in case of positive people. We are able to, each student is able to book the seat on in the class, so we are sure that we do not exceed the classroom capacity in terms of coronavirus, obviously. So we are trying to use ICT solution as much as possible, in addition to to protection and other stuff like that. And we will try to be all back at the end of September, and then let's see what happens. We are not sure that we will be able to go ahead for the entire semester, but we will try, I feel. That's the idea.
I was just curious because we've been, they have lots of colloquiums and things like that. But there's, it's preference. The preference is face-to-face and stuff like that. I can work
even here, students, they prefer face-to-face, to be honest. But sometimes it's possible, sometimes no. So let's see what happens.
I have a lot of presentations that I gave at, some of the ad hoc meetings at SIGGRAPH, which is the main computer graphics conference, on simulation and human factors and stuff like that. So I'm willing to share those. I've got a bunch of them, stuff like that. So, and then I also used to work with weather simulators. So I've got a little bit of that, but then I'll make a comment on that. They originally tried a 3D globe, for weather and stuff like that, and it just turned out to be a performance hog, and they had to go back to flat maps. So in some cases, it's a complete virtual reality type system can be a hog, and I know there's a lot of work here for what's it called, augmented reality.
Yeah.
That, and Naval Information Warfare Center uses Unity 3D, and so that's how a lot of the VR at NIWC is being performed. I used to have a virtual reality lab with a blue screen for TV broadcasting and stuff, and it got overrun by fungus because it was they had problems with the air recirculation. So that's I just thought I'd say that just for laughs, because there's a fungus among us in VR. How's that?
Nice.
Okay. I can blab until the closing ceremonies.
Yeah, we are very close in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Good.
But there's I'm looking forward to collaborating, and then hopefully, as I told Agostino, SCS has a bond graph modeling. What do you want to call it? Face-to-face convention in November. So I'll send back reports to you, gentle beings, over the on how that worked out, face to face as a
this could be very, very useful indeed.
Mm-hmm. And then of course I already told everybody there was a steampunk convention in San Diego in 2 weeks, so I'll let you know how that handles everything.
Good. We wait for your information, John.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
So, okay, everyone, thanks a lot for joining this session. We will see in 15 minutes at the closing ceremony of the IEEE 2021. Thanks a lot for participating.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.